Using the easy apply button on LinkedIn is not a great idea always. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you why you should not use the easy apply button until you've done what I'm going to tell you to do. So let's talk about the steps that you should take to make using the easy apply button less frustrating and ultimately more productive for you. So step one, if you want to use the easy apply button, first of all, I want you to take a moment and think about the exact type of role that you want. Yes, I know that companies use similar job titles, sometimes for slightly different roles, but what this does, let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to become a medical writer, right? Specifically, you want to work in the marketing arm of medical writing. The first thing you're going to do is go on LinkedIn and type in the search bar marketing medical writer or medical writer. Now, when you've done that, I want you to look at the top results. Usually these are the closest to the search term that you put within LinkedIn. When you've done that, go ahead and click through each of the top five. You can even do top 10, but top 5, right? And read the job description. This is going to be really, really important for the next steps that I'm going to talk about. As you read these job descriptions, I really want you to take note of recurring phrases, recurring skills. So maybe across the board in these medical writer roles, they want you to know something about content strategy, or they want you to know something about crafting social media posts or blog posts, or how to write application notes. So look through all 5 and take note of phrases and skills that run across all of these 5 job descriptions. You can then copy and paste some of those common phrases, common words, common skills into a Word document or into an Excel spreadsheet. Now, using these common phrases, common words, common skills, you're going to take your experiences and you're going to match them to what's being required. Now, here's the thing, you're not going to meet 100% of every single job description out there. And usually job descriptions tend to be more of a wish list for companies rather than, okay, every box needs to be checked. If you find yourself reasonably, and I'd say maybe 50 to 60% meeting these qualifications, it's okay. Sometimes maybe it's even 40%, it's okay. So now that you've collected those phrases, those words, those skills that are similar across these job descriptions, you're going to craft your resume in such a way that it incorporates these words, these phrases, and it also highlights the skills that you do generally have or which you have been exposed to. And as a general rule, especially for those academics that are wanting to apply for jobs outside of academia, you want to keep your resume to about 1 or 2 pages. And the way that you can do this, okay, if you're listening to this and you're an academic, the way you can do this is really to leave your publications off your papers. Some people get so worried that, oh, I'm going to leave the most important work I did in academia off my resume. But here's the thing, most of the time when you're applying for jobs outside of academia, they're not super concerned about these publications. And there are other ways for you to showcase that you have publications, like for instance in your cover letter, right? So within your resume, what you really want to do is make sure you're matching a lot of the phrases, a lot of the common phrases, that you're highlighting those skills that they mention in these job descriptions. You're really showing them that, making it like clearly obvious that I am the candidate that you want. And I've said it before on this channel that every time you read a job description, think of it as they're asking me a question, can you do this? And then you, based on your experiences, based on your education, based on what you've been exposed to, are going to answer, yes, I can do this, yes, I can do that, yes, I can do this. And so again, using those common phrases, those common words, you're going to craft a resume that becomes a generalized resume for that specific type of job. Okay, and then when you have that general resume, for instance, for a medical writer, and I did this, trust me, I did this. I had a resume for medical writing. I had a resume for medical science liaison jobs. I had a resume for teaching professor jobs. So these were all slightly different resumes. But the good thing was that because I had tailored them specifically for that type of job, not a specific job, I could use that generalized resume to apply for multiple jobs of that similar description. I hope that makes sense. So that's what you want to do. So now that you have that, then you can go back into LinkedIn and then search for that type of role And then you can use the easy apply button and use that resume to apply for multiple jobs, because now you have generalized that resume, but you've also made it specific by highlighting the skills that you have that closely match. So when you have these generalized resumes, it becomes less frustrating to use the easy apply button. I hope that makes sense. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button.